Thanks, Emily. Hey, I do want to say kudos, to throw out some kudos to you for doing such a great job of driving the bus today. I got a lot of things going on there, but it sure seems to be running smooth. The presenters, the presentations are extremely professional. It's exciting to see the number of member companies and members that are participating in today's virtual Pi. So great job by Jaguar and the management team. We appreciate it very much. The next exhibitor is Loos and Company, a longtime AWRF member. We're excited to hear what's the latest and greatest coming out of the Loos Company. Our today's presenter for them is Jerry Smolinski. And Jerry, with that, you've got the floor. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Tom. And thank you, AWRF, for having us today, putting this together. I know it's a lot of work. Again, my name is Jerry Smolinski. I'm the sales director here at Central Wire for our relatively newly created ropes and assemblies division. So as was mentioned, Loos and Company is a longtime AWRF member, and most of you know Loos and Company. Most of you know Central Wire Industries as well. Some of you may not. And I'm going to give a brief overview of who Central Wire Industries is and kind of what's happened over the last couple of years with the acquisition of Loos and Company and what we're doing today. So a shorter history, a short version here, because Loos and Company was founded over 60 years ago up in Pomfret, Connecticut. Loos and Company also has the location down in Naples, Florida, which has been down there for over 40 years. And Central Wire came into existence in 1955. Fast forward here to 2014. Prior to that, Central Wire was mainly involved with single end wire applications, welding wire, slick line, profile wires, things of that nature. And then 2014, they got into the cable assemblies when they acquired the wire rope when they acquired Strand Core. After that, acquired Sanlo for cable assemblies, and then fast forward to 2018, the acquisition of Loos and Company of both locations, and all of a sudden, Central Wire is a full player in the cable manufacturing world. Overview of the Central Wire footprint. You can see it's concentrated in North America. Do have presence in the UK. And the four highlighted locations here are really where I'm going to focus today. These are the Michigan City facility, which is Sanlo, Michigan City, Indiana, Pensacola, Florida, which is Strand Core, Hartford or Pomfret, Connecticut, Loos Pomfret, where we make the wire rope, and Loos and Company in Naples, Florida. So when Central Wire brought Loos and Company into the group, it turned Central Wire into close to 800 employees with worldwide manufacturing and distribution. Today, we're talking about, we talk about the cable world and the applications here, and we're really talking about, we've got you covered here at Central Wire Ropes and Assemblies Division with these brands. Anything that you might need from the wire rope itself, single end strand, all the way to the fittings and tools, we have the capability under one umbrella to provide that for you. This slide's a little bit busy here, but it just gives a little bit of a separation between the single end wire division and the wire ropes and cable division. So we are separated now under the Central Wire brand or umbrella with the single end wire group and what we call the ropes and assemblies division. And if you're not familiar, I wanted to put this up here on some of the single end wire products that Central Wire does offer. Large supplier of bar stock into aerospace, the welding wire, the knitted mesh, all of these things you've probably seen in applications somewhere. And Central Wire is one of the main providers globally for these types of products. So as I said, I'm going to focus a little bit here on the ropes and assemblies division, made up of these 4 companies, and start off with, I'll call it the mothership, I guess. Leuson Company up in Pomfret, Connecticut. Over 200,000 square feet of manufacturing space, a lot of capacity up there, as you can see, and a lot of variety of product. And what's really important, I think, to talk about, and there's a slide that mentions this going forward, is with the new Buy American Act that's out right now, Leuson Company, also Strandcore, have the ability to meet all of those requirements for your domestic melt products. And Strandcore, a little bit smaller scale, same great quality, a lot of overlap on the product line, but at the same time, we're finding a way to mesh these 2 companies together to make sure that no matter what our customers are looking for, we're finding capacity and we're finding the engineering availability to create these products that our customers need. We have a lot of new products in development with aerospace right now, and the planes aren't flying as much as they were pre-COVID, but there is a lot of engineering work happening in the background, and we're at the forefront of that between Strandcore and Loos Pomfret. And a few of the capabilities here. One thing I do want to mention that's not on this list is the availability of corrosion resistant materials. The Duplex 2205, GD 31MO, and the Hastelloy products. We have those available. If you do have a high corrosive environment application, please let us know. We probably do have a product that can help you out. This is almost, I mean, for this group on the line, it may be a foregone conclusion of the constructions and the materials. I won't spend too much time on it, but as I mentioned, we're still open to new materials, specialized constructions that you might need, material characteristics, something that we continue to develop and bring to market. So it's not just the basic cookie cutter stuff that's out there, but looking at continuous improvement of this product. Jacketed cable is available, any color that you might need. We can do that. There's some standard colors that we do stock all the time and that we're running constantly. But if you have a special color, that's available. We also have a product that's reflective as well, the Reflex Light, and great for low light applications, safety applications, that's available as well. The Leuson Company Cableware division in Naples, Florida. This is where I was mentioning about the fittings and the tools, bringing it all together. So Strandcore, Leuson Company, Pomfret, Connecticut, they provide all of the wire rope, and Leuson Company down in Naples, Florida provides the fittings and the tools and the machinery to assemble those items. Most people are familiar with the tools and the fittings. Some people don't know it yet. We have added a line of shivs to our product offering, and we brought this in about a year ago. We have shiv capability across the board. So from high-speed processing, lightweight plastic shivs, all the way up to your heavy-duty lifting steel shivs, a variety of constructions, a variety of bushing selections. So as you're coming into applications for lifting, for processing, anywhere else you might be looking for pulleys or shivs, please don't forget Central Wire Ropes and Assemblies Division, Leuson Company in Naples, Florida, has this full offering now. And you can find us through the normal Leuson Company website, or through one of these 3 dedicated shiv websites: eShivs, Process Shivs, or Q-Shivs. Another addition we've just made, this is less than 6 months in the building in Naples, because of the nature of the product that's manufactured there. There is a lot of inspection requirements. So not only have we added a lot of electronic inspection equipment for measuring parts, we've also just added a room for fluorescent penetrant inspection. Great if you're machining product that you do need to do some visuals for cracks or surface imperfections. We have that ability in Naples, Florida now. If you should need testing of any sort, that is available. We have capacity, and until we fill it with aerospace coming back open, it is available. I'm going to skip over this. I mentioned this. These are just the websites for shivs. And a little bit on the tools. You know, Leuson Company has been around for a while. I'm relatively new to Leuson Company and the Central Wire Group. These tools, there are going to be a lot of you on this call that know a lot more about these tools than even I do after 3 years. But one thing that I have noticed is that these are just great pieces of equipment to have in the truck, out in the field. Pre-COVID, as I was able to visit so many customers, could just see these guys going for these tools all the time to fix things in the field. Very easy, very convenient, and affordable maintenance tools here, and assembly tools, low volume assembly. And of course, the Felco cable cutters, there's nothing better than those in the market. The Bentley of cable cutters, I guess. And we are the world's largest distributor of the Felco cable cutters. So when you do need them, do not hesitate to reach out. And some of the other products, tension gauges for one, we're seeing a lot of that play out right now with the sailing season starting. But we're also seeing alternate applications here. So for customers out there who may be looking to tension their decorative cable railings, also tensioning construction cable, things of that nature, all sorts of adjacent applications we're seeing for our tension gauges. And something else we've added a few years back, this is our contract manufacturing division. We call it Loos Precision Products, or LPP. You may have heard that. We have some great capability. This builds upon the expertise from the aerospace manufacturing. And we are doing items build to print, a vast array of materials, also cable assembly if needed. And we have that capability down in Naples, Florida, and also additional assembly help through Pomfret and through Strandcore for aerospace, and then Sanlo for any commercial applications that are higher volume. So if you have if there's a special part out there, something that's hard to make, something you haven't been able to get sourced, let us know. We'll be happy to take a look at it. And this is a lot of very similar. This highlights some of the aerospace products. We are on the QPL for Mil-Spec 781, on the QPL 8878. So some similar stuff to the LPP. Now Sanlo, many of you do know Sanlo. Sanlo is a great source for us, and we're happy that we are in the family with them and no longer competing. Fantastic facility, high volume assembly. Sanlo has the ability also with import cable if needed, great sources, and it's on the shelf, stocking it on the shelf, as well as having the ability to jacket these cables as well. And do a lot of testing within that facility for the assemblies. And almost nothing's too large and almost nothing's too small for these guys. And we overlap with capacity here for the coating of the cable and the extrusion of the cable. If we can't fill it out of Pomfret, we have the capacity here to fill it somewhere else. And that's one of the nice things that we've been seeing with all the companies coming together is, you know, the comment that I made at the beginning of we've got you covered. It almost doesn't matter. You can bring a request into our sales team for the ropes and assemblies team, and we can find the best spot to put it for you. Best cost, best lead time, and get you what you need when you need it. And that kind of brings me to the end of this. This slide here shows our field reps, most of them located in North America. If you, whatever region of the country you're in, you may want to jot down that person, their name and number. If you didn't know who they are, give them a call. Feel free to introduce yourself. They're out there to help wherever needed. And then my contact information there at the bottom for anyone. So that pretty much wraps it up. It was a quick overview of what Central Wire is doing now. I thought it was important to get this out to the industry, just in case people weren't filled in or had forgotten some of the things that Central Wire and Leuson Company, Strand Core Sanlo can offer. And that's a wrap for me, Tom.
All right. Do we have any questions for Jerry? Again, using chat, Q&A, or a raise of the hand. Well, Jerry, it looks like you covered it all. Nice work.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
We actually do have one. It came through.
Now this is just somebody playing a game now who wants. What do we got?
It says, how did the pandemic affect your business?
We have a part of our business that goes into aerospace, and obviously anybody doing aerospace, we went from pre-pandemic levels of setting record years, year over year over year, to basically shutting that portion of the business down. So that in itself had been difficult to recover from at the beginning. But what it did allow us to do is come back, regroup, and start focusing on industries that we had, neglected isn't the right word, but we had not been able to focus on because of all of our time spent in aerospace. So the great thing about it is we're emerging from this stronger than we went in it. We have been able to retain our employees because of our diversification and start to prepare to come out of this at new levels. So I'm expecting, as aerospace picks up, I'm expecting us to be in a very good position with our portfolio